Hello everyone and welcome to the session. This is Ashima Shukla, your current affairs and banking awareness faculty on Entri platform. And in this session, we are going to talk about all the major news events that have taken place in the past days. The discussion is going to involve all the important news events, and at the end of the session, I'll also be talking about a few questions that can be framed from the news events that we are about to discuss. After that, if you want to practice more questions, you have free live quiz on Entri app, for which the link is in the description section below. Let's begin the discussion with the first news event. Union Minister Mansukh Mandaviya ji has addressed a recently held World Health Assembly in Geneva, in which he expressed India's commitment to building a more resilient global health security architecture. Now, when in this meeting, which was organized recently, the focus was made on linking peace and health, which is timely and pertinent because peace plays an important role. According to the report which has been released, uh, on 5th of May it was released, it stated that there were over 4.7 million COVID deaths in India, 10 times the official figure, and almost a third of COVID deaths globally. Recently, a workshop has been organized on decarbonized hydrogen by France and the Council of Energy, Environment and Water in India, in which a joint declaration of intent has already been agreed upon between the two countries. Presently, India has 158 gigawatt of installed capacity for renewable energy and another 87 gigawatt is in the pipeline. With the help of this collaboration, India can easily achieve its target. Uh, Both the countries are working on decarbonized hydrogen, so it can apply to many sectors of economy like refinery, fertilizers, petrochemicals, steel, heavy mobility, shipping, as well as aviation. Vinay Kumar Saxena has been appointed as Delhi Lieutenant Governor. He is going to replace Anil Baijalji. Political journalist and orator Nitin Kumar has bagged the Seema Nazareth Award for Excellence in Journalism 2021. He is 23rd recipient of this award. Serum Institute of India is planning to launch a cervical cancer vaccine in India by November this year. India now has HPV vaccine, which is made by foreign manufacturers, Gardasil manufactured by Merck and Cervarix by GlaxoSmithKline or GSK. Serum Institute of India is also planning to set up the first manufacturing plant in Africa, but it is not specified the vaccines that the plant is going to make there. Max Verstappen won the Spanish Grand Prix and took over the top from Ferrari's Charles Leclerc and Mexican Sergio Perez, who finished second. Anjali Pandey, who is Engines and Components Business Unit Leader at Cummins India, has been awarded Committed Leader Award at CII XCon 2022 in Bengaluru. She made efforts to create a more diverse, equitable, and inclusive workplace at Cummins. Rhythm Mania, a 10-year-old girl, has become the youngest Indian mountaineers to summit the Everest Base Camp in the Himalayan range in Nepal. Its altitude is 5,364 meters and it took 11 days to climb. Union Minister for Education and Skill Development Dharmendra Pradhan ji has launched the Northeast Research Conclave or NERC 2022 at IIT Guwahati. It will enhance the ties between industry, academics and policymakers as well as re-energize the research, startup and entrepreneurial ecosystem of the northeast of India. India and Jordan have signed an agreement in the field of fertilizers for the short and long term. Initially, India was dependent on Ukraine as the largest exporter to Indian fertilizers was Ukraine. But due to the crisis of Ukraine, it showed a major impact on fertilizers. So the government has taken proactive measures to ensure that there is adequate supply to the farmers ahead of the Kharif season. Manchester City won Premier League football championship by defeating Aston Villa in the finals, and it has won 4 Premier League titles since 2016. Department of Posts has rolled out NEFT and RTGS facility under the supervision of Ministry of Communications to provide post office savings account holders with the ability to conduct digital transactions. The POSB account holders will be able to use NEFT RTGS services starting on 31st of May 2022, which is currently under the testing phase. National Health Authority, under its flagship scheme of Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, has announced the launch of upgraded Ayushman Bharat Health Account mobile application. It includes many functionalities that enable individuals to access their health records anytime and anywhere. World Economic Forum has launched India chapter of the Alliance of CEO Climate Action Leaders to supercharge India's climate action and decarbonize its effects. According to Commerce Ministry, Piyush Goyal ji informed that India can achieve a target of 1 trillion US dollars worth of merchandise and service export. India has already touched the record of 421.8 billion US dollars of exports in financial year 22, and government is looking forward to boosting it to a higher amount in this financial year. Recently, India joined Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity to counter China's aggressive expansion in that region. With the help of this initiative, there is going to be mainly focus in four areas of digital economy, that is four areas: digital economy, supply chains, infrastructure projects, and clean energy, and tax and anti-corruption measures. Apart from India, there are a total of 13 countries that support the initiative, including Australia, Brunei, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, New Zealand, the Philippines, Singapore, South Korea, Thailand, and Vietnam. A total amount of GDP of member countries accounts to 40% of the global GDP. RBI has increased the housing finance limit to 10 lakh rupees in metros and 6 lakh rupees in other centers. As per RBI's recent notification, a limit on loans for carrying out repairs or any alterations to their house has now been revised to 10 lakh rupees in metropolitan centers and 6 lakh in other centers in all the urban cooperative banks. Loan amount cannot exceed the caps put on home loans. It is estimated that the state-run banks are going to pay 8,000 crore dividend to the government. Recently, RBI has also transferred a surplus of 30,307 crores to government to tackle the economic challenges being faced. State Bank of India has the highest payout of 3,600 crores. Second is Union Bank with 1,084 crores, and then is Canara Bank with 742 crores. According to banking regulation, banks should pay dividends only if they have cleared their capitalized expenses and can carry forward losses that should be waived off. Recently, government has decided to put a cap on sugar exports to take action on the domestic market. Apart from that, the government has allowed the export of sugar up to 100 LMT or lakh metric tons with a view of maintaining the stability of the prices. Now, according to DGFT, this restriction will be effective from 1st of June till 31st of October 2022. India is the highest producer of sugar and the second highest exporter of sugar. State Bank of India announced introduction of real-time express credit on its YONO platform, through which customers can avail loans up to 35 lakh rupees. PhonePe has launched of Gold Systematic Investment Plans (SIP) on its platform to allow users to invest in highest purity 24-karat gold of a specified amount every month. Karnataka government has signed an agreement with renewable energy firm Renew Power, in which they will provide renewable energy plants in Karnataka for the next 7 years. According to International Monetary Fund, advanced economies will be back on track by 2024. Developing economies will be 5% below the target. Many countries' economies are on a recovery path now after the pandemic. As per World Air Power Index 2022, the Indian Air Force has been placed at the third position in terms of total fighting strength of various air services of different nations of the world. Market regulator, the Sebi or Securities and Exchange Board of India, has simplified the procedure for issuing duplicate securities, which provide a hassle-free experience and is investor friendly. To claim the duplicate security, security holders have to submit a copy of FIR with the details of securities, folio number, distinctive number range, and certificate numbers. However, if the value of securities does not exceed 5 lakh, security holders don't have to submit FIR. As per recent data, it is estimated that palm oil imports would go down due to allowing duty free imports of soy oil. It is also expected that India's palm oil imports in 2021-22 could fail to 6.7 million tons by 31st of October, which is the lowest since 2010. Recently, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs launched Swach Survekshan with the theme Waste to Wealth for garbage-free cities. This time, priority has been given to principle of 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle in this survey. Last year, Swach Survekshan covered 4,355 cities. This year, the theme has been aligned with Swachh Bharat Mission 2.0 for promoting the waste management. Recently, International Labour Organization ILO released a report describing the condition of global labour, market crisis, inequalities between countries, etc. It has been reported that the number of hours worked globally dropped in the first quarter of 2022 to 3.8%. About 11.2 crore jobs have lost during this period. It is observed that both India and lower middle income countries experienced a deterioration in the gender gap in work hours in the second quarter of 2020. Ministry of Education released National Achievement Survey 2021, which discussed about last year's assessment of over 34 lakh students in 1.8 lakh schools. The survey covered both central and state government schools, government aided schools, and private schools across the country. The main objective was to evaluate children's progress and learning competencies as an indicator of the efficiency of the education system. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus has been appointed as the Director General of WHO for a second term. He will take charge again from 16th of August 2022. Abhilash Barak has become the first woman combat aviator of the Indian Army. At 75th World Health Assembly, Rajesh Bhushanji, Union Health Secretary, has been appointed as the chairperson of Financial and Administrative Committee. ICICI has launched a life stage investment tool called Lifey, which will help customers achieve their investment goals and have financial freedom. CoinDCX has launched a feature called Earn that pays interest on crypto assets. Customers can earn interest upon their crypto holdings. MEITY hosts a brainstorming session on Mission Digital India Bhashini, which is a national language translation mission that supports Indian languages enabled IT solutions. World Economic Forum has released Travel and Tourism Development Index 2021, in which India is at 54th position and Japan has topped the index. President Ramnath Kovind ji has inaugurated the first National Conference on Women Legislatures in India. This conference will be held for a duration of 2 days. Mahagram, a fintech company, has signed an agreement with IndusInd Bank to improve India's digital payment ecosystem. Saudi Aramco took over Apple company to become the world's most valuable company. With these, we wind up with the news events. Let's have a look at a few questions that can be framed. India and which of the following European countries planning to collaborate on green hydrogen? So for green hydrogen, we are planning on collaboration with the country France. We have signed a declaration on that, a declaration of intent on that. Serum Institute of India is planning to set up a manufacturing plant in which country? In an African country they are planning. According to new estimates, by which year India will achieve 1 trillion US dollars worth of merchandise and service export. So according to the recent survey and study, by 2030 we are set to achieve the target. Which of the following is not a member of Indo-Pacific Economic Framework? So out of the following, China, because it is against China, so China is not a part of it. New limit decided by RBI under the housing finance limit for urban areas. So for urban areas, the limit is 10 lakh rupees. According to DGFT, the restrictions on export of sugar have been imposed. Till which month have they been imposed? The imposition has been till 31st of October. With this, we wind up the segment, and I hope this session has been helpful. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a good day ahead.